Good morning. I'm Dr. Jan, and I'm glad you are joining me at this moment. Let me tell you, we are dealing with families who need help, and I just want to go over a few of the items that have contributed to us knowing that Russell Institution of Learning and the Family Learning Pod program is a true solution to some of the problems and the stressors that are within our local families. First of all, I'm working from a book, a report that came out in 2025, Hope and a Future. It was promoted by Center for Christian Virtue and the Institute for Family Studies, and this is specifically geared toward the state of Ohio. So let me first of all start with one of the quotes that came from this. It says, a recent Wall Street Journal poll found only 1 in 3 U.S. adults feels the American dream still holds true compared to half of those polled in 2012. And so we've heard a lot about what is the American dream, and we've talked about, is it owning a home? Is it being the single nuclear family where mom gets to stay home and dad works, or vice versa? What is the American dream? Well, we have to also, this is a whole nother topic, but the American dream should be able to live in freedom, peace, and joy, and have all that we need to provide for our families. So, actually, another quote out of this. So, talking about what is it that we as Family Learning Pod want to provide for our families, it says that 17% of Ohio children are poor. So, there is an economic factor that is going on in our world today, putting the state of Ohio in the top third of states for child poverty, ranking 15th in child poverty across the nation. Wow. And so our goal is that we are not a organization that is dealing with the poverty factor. But again, if we can help support the family, structure the family, and the children are able to then successfully complete a high school education, then they are going to have a higher earning factor. And so our goal is we meet the children grades 5 through 9 in middle school before they are reaching the high school years to help support and give resiliency to these children and their families and reduce the risk factors. Well, going on, and it talks about the family as the foundation. And I'm just going to read this entire page. It's so interesting because that is why Family Learning Pod enrolls both the parents and the children, because it is a family unit that is needing the support. Of all the rocks upon which we build our lives, we are reminded today that family is the most important, said President Barack Obama in a Father's Day speech he gave in 2008. In that speech, the 44th president underlined the individual and collective consequences of family instability, not only for children, but for the common good. In Obama's words, children who grow up without a father are more likely to have behavioral problems or run away from home or become teenage parents themselves, and the foundations of our community are weaker because of it. Many of the founders had a similar perspective on the dual importance of strong families, understanding their value both for individual citizens and the common good. John Adams, our second president, believed that the foundations of national morality must be laid in private families, and that the virtues lived out in marriage, for instance, fidelity, were crucial to the welfare of children. Social science confirms the contemporary value of marriage and family for men, women, children, and society as a whole. Given this, what is the state of Ohio's unions? We have both sobering and heartening news to report. And so, in this report, used for us to know that we had our target audience that we are going to be working with, we are able to look at what is going on with the family. So on page 19 and 20, it says the cost of the fragile families. And the cost, a quote by then Senator, now our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, said, "The truth is, the greatest tool to lift children and families from poverty isn't a government spending program, it's called marriage." Well, when we look at all that is going on within the marriage, because once you have a single parent household, and there is no condemnation, there are many reasons why there are single family households and what's going on, but there is a greater probability of poverty. There is a greater risk that goes to those children. And so there is academic underachievement. It says, beginning with the 1966 Coleman Report, a long line of studies have found that students from intact married families do better in school than those from disrupted or unmarried families. Well, part of the family learning pod, if you are not an intact family, you are a blended family, a single family, you are a kindred family, you need extra support to get over the hump of some of the difficulties that come with that. And so it says learning or behavior problems. Consider the role of family structured in predicting a key outcome of student behavior. 17% of students ages 7 to 17 coming from an intact nuclear family had some type of behavior problem, while 29% of students' behavior problems came from families who might have not been stable. Grade repetition, same. Higher percentage of students repeating grades if they are not coming from a nuclear or at least a family that's together, and high school graduation rates. There are all kinds. There's crime, there's violence. There's many statistics that are being shown that the family is coming under outside pressures, let alone Family Learning Pod is wanting to help reduce the stress and the frustration that then the families are having as directly related to their child's education. Children are needing tutoring. Parents are needing coaching. We also provide a weekly Bible learning lesson for them as a family. Our goal is to reunite the family in a knowledge of who God is, that He is able to just bring peace, communication, love within the family as they are navigating such a crazy, crazy world around them. So I'm just wanting you to know there is hope. There is hope. And our hope is that you will enroll, you will refer, you will give, whatever it takes for us to reestablish and to scaffold up our families, that they are strong again. And once we create stronger families, we have stronger communities, and that just multiplies the opportunities that we have before us. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for checking out the rest of the website. Also, you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube. There are many ways that you can know the various support systems that we are providing for our families through the Russell Institution of Learning Family Learning Pod program. Again, I'm Dr. Jan, and I am thankful that you are coming alongside of us as a champion in some manner in wanting to support a growth and revitalization of the families in our community.